May the 18th, 1980 was one of the epic days in the history of the Pacific Northwest, at least in the modern history of the Pacific Northwest. The exhibition is the first survey of images of Mount St. Helens and related matters that's ever been undertaken. Volcanoes can make really beautiful mountains, and that's particularly true of stratovolcanoes like Mount St. Helens and like Mount Hood, volcanoes that are built up very slowly in layers or strata so that they form these beautiful conical shapes rising majestically from the horizon. The triangle is one of the perfect geometric forms. And so these stratovolcanoes have attracted artists wherever volcanoes are located. In opposition to the period before 1980, Mount St. Helens never got so much attention from artists until it blew. And then it started getting quite a bit. Hank Pander has been Portland's history painter for more than 50 years now. And when the mountain blew, he was completely taken with it. And he's one of the Portland artists who made it a long-lasting subject in his art, both the eruptions and the aftermath. Photography was the ideal medium. It can simultaneously depict vast vistas and fine detail and minute variations in light. And black and white photography was even more ideal for the subject because, of course, the lush green and blue of the landscape became monochrome after the eruption. I read in Ursula Gwynn's wonderful essay, Coming Back to the Lady. She referred to Mount St. Helens as the lady, and she was more than a bit obsessed with it. But I learned from that essay that she made pastels and drawings of Mount St. Helens. So those are part of the exhibition as well. The last room of the exhibition deals with Mount St. Helens as an active landscape, a landscape that is ever changing. This last room of the exhibition treats some of the beautiful new landscapes that were created by the eruption. Volcano, Mount St. Helens in Art, explores a great cycle of volcanic destruction and regeneration through images that record the majestic mountain before 1980, through artist responses to nature's most visually spectacular display of power, and finally, images that show the strong resurgence of life in the intervening years.